G'day guys, I'm down the river today. Got a bit of an opportunity come up. You guys may or may not be aware, I'm a boat driver for our local surf club. So I do a bit of driving of the IRBs through the surf and whatnot. I got invited by a young fellow, one of my subscribers from my channel here, Jake. Ran into him and he's invited me out for a run in his Thundercat. The Thundercat is a boat that I've always wanted to go in since I sort of first saw them. And Jake's offered me the opportunity, so I'm going out on the river for a hot lap in the Thundercat. So come for a ride, this should be fun. Yep. I looking at phoning the car, that should be right, eh?
You locked the car?
Yeah, it should be fine. Check this beast out. I'll put my life vest on. Sick. So this is Jake. He offered to take me out today for a hot lap. What do we run here? It's a 50 horsepower, isn't it?
50 Tohatsu.
50 horsepower Tohatsu. He's had a bit of work done to it, this one. But, Jake was showing me one that he's building at home, which is a 60 Yamaha that's bought out to a 70. Ported and polished, and it's going to be a very spicy little beast. So, yeah, I think it's going to be fast enough for you as it is like this. But what do you get out of this?
50 knots.
50 knots out of this one. What are you expecting out of the 70?
Hopefully 70 knots, but
70 knots.
I think it should do 120
70 knots.
an hour.
What size proppy you run on this one?
This has got an 18 pitch.
18 pitch.
And I've got a 23 pitch on the way.
Wow. So it's like an 18 pitch stainless racing pop he's running on this one. What an absolute weapon. I've always wanted to go for a ride on one of these. I might regret my decision a bit later on. Hopefully Jake doesn't break me. But yeah, it should be awesome. Look, hey, that's quick, eh?
Bit choppy, eh?
Terrifyingly fast.
Yeah. If you get back a bit, I'll just
Can't believe how good it can handle, eh?
It sits on top, yeah, that's good there.
It feels so good.
It sits up on top, eh?
Whoa, that's incredible. Straight into the top. The ride was actually surprisingly smooth. It just gets up on top and just cuts through it. Unbelievable. You wouldn't be doing that in a tinny at that sort of speed, let me tell you. Unreal. So it does go slow as well, but Jake's young and keen, he doesn't want to go slow. It's only because the speed limit's 5 knots, we're doing 5 knots, but ski area up here onto the bridge. We'll wind it back up, hopefully the water will be a bit flatter up here and not so much chop. But wow, this thing really handles the chop, like it just gets up on top of it, gets a bit of air underneath the tunnel there and skips across the top like nothing. For a tiny little boat, it really handles, and Jesus fast. I'm loving it. How it goes around corners as well.
Oh, it'll lock in. It's like train tracks, like.
Isn't it?
You can come back a bit more.
So Jake was just telling me this This front here is designed as like an airfoil to kind of keep the nose down, because once it gets a little wind underneath the bottom here, she wants to lift, and you can flip it up over backwards. So this is scooped out like this. At high speed, the air hits this and it kind of acts as a foil to keep the front of the boat down to stop it flipping over. It's kind of like a Formula 1 car.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, sick. Man, that motor sounds just so good too. So Jake's just trimmed it up now. We're going to try to do some wheelies in it, which should be interesting. How far back do you want me?
All the way, as far back as you can get. Get forward a bit, we'll get it planing. Get it planing and then sit back. Yeah, there you go.
On edge, doesn't it? It's amazingly stable. Like you could easily stand up in this and fish out of it too. Like because of the cat, like it's so stable. I can't believe how different it is to like the IRBs. Just handles so much better through the chop, and what a weapon. Feels like it's on edge all the time, eh?
Yeah, but for me it feels good. Like it feels normal now. You just get used to it.
Alright, Jake's going to let me drive. This could be a mistake. Sweet. Torquey on there, yeah. The throttle just torques up, eh? Wow.
Throw it in the corner.
That is a corner, man. Twitchy, eh?
Not responsive as.
Very responsive. Oh, fuck. That feels so loose, man. So loose.
Fun to hang on to in the chop.
Big time, I can imagine. Can't believe you're going that fast through the chop now. See, that's the difference with the IRB. You've got to put the passenger, like you really got to lean into them, or they don't really turn, they sort of float, they don't turn.
Yeah.
This thing's like really,
it's on rail.
Really directional, eh?
The hijacker's on the bottom, bite right in.
Yeah.
So.
Just gets so loose, eh?
Give it a good burn for a couple of seconds.
So here it is, I'll give you a bit of a look at it out of the water here. So you're running full race prop. Jake was saying how the exhaust doesn't come through the prop here anymore. They stopped that and it just comes out through the cowling here. So it kind of, what's the theory behind that?
It's an overhub, so you kind of get more blade grip, but the exhaust obviously comes over, so it makes the prop cavitate a little bit because it aerates it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good prop. Pretty good all-round propeller, but the through hub ones they don't cavitate very much at all. So
oh, okay. So what's the one you've ordered? Is that a through hub one?
That's a through hub one, but that's 23 pitch. So that's going to be a top speed one. It'll still cavitate because it's got very small blades.
Yeah, and obviously it's sitting quite high up as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So
but
there's not much of it in the water.
A through hub's ideal for fishing and stuff like that. Something like a 15 pitch.
And what did you say you call these things underneath here?
They're the hijackers.
Hijackers.
So that's what it sits up on and makes it turn like it's on rails.
And then, mate, it does. It turns like a bloody... It's like a Formula 1 car, eh? The way it goes around corners is next level. Oh, so all of that would fill up with water when you slow down as well, yeah.
So once you get up on plane, it all drains out.
It all drains out.
And then once
wow, yeah, I mean, it literally is on rails, eh? They literally kind of sit like a rail. I can see why it goes around corners so fast. Have a look at it, man. It's such an aggressive looking thing, but eh? Really is quite sick. And Jake was saying they actually extend the tiller here like this. See how the tiller's extended to give them a bit more leverage. Because this thing, I mean, being a 50 horsepower is a real handful. And as soon as you twitch it on, like I was scared, man. You pull it on, and the whole motor just wants to rip out of your hand from the power. And up in the chop on a plane, it was really loose and flighty. So they extend this to give you a bit more leverage.
And Jake also stronger.
And stronger as well. And Jake said you can get a damper. He's actually going to get a damper. It's like a steering damper that goes from here and mounts across the back here to sort of make the steering a little bit less twitchy and a little bit less of a fight to hold on to. But man, that was a bloody sweet ride, man. Thanks for that, eh?
Good fun.
He's a madman. He's only 16 and he's bloody driving this thing around like a seasoned veteran. So I'll tell you what, I was scared to wrap it on full throttle. And the way you were holding on to that in the chop, man, I don't know how you did it. You must have a forearm like Popeye, eh? What a sick machine, man.
Essentially, eh?
Yeah, that is. It's very much like a Formula 1 wing, eh?
Yeah.
Because you can really feel it when you start powering on. It really lifts up out of the water.
Yeah,
and comes right up. So this foil at the front here is kind of what keeps it down and keeps it pinned to the water at high speed. Sick.
Gives a lot more lift on these as well. Like the whole floor is.
I can't even imagine doing 70 knots in one of these things, man. That is just next level. Well, yeah, I mean, it was amazingly smooth across the chop, so I probably could see how I'd definitely do it, but far out. That's 70 knots is crazy. Yeah.
He's a pacemaker, and he had a 70 on it, like what I'm building, and he got 126 kilometers an hour.
Far out, man. That's fast. Yeah.
And now he's gotten a different hull that's got the floors a bit flatter, so it doesn't provide as much lift, so he should be able to get a bit more speed out of that comfortably, hopefully.
Wow. Yeah, that's...
He's just bought two, and then he's comparing them to see which one's better.
That's crazy fast. Can you show what revs? What was the max revs we pulled on that little trip?
Hopefully not over 7,000. Yeah, there you go.
6,500 we pulled on that little trip in the river, and as you guys can see, I was pretty choppy. So this will rev to 7,000, yeah?
Yeah.
Far out, man.
If you had a good flat out run.
What are you expecting out of your new motor?
Probably about 8,000.
8,000. Dude, you're nuts.
Probably where you get the peak power, so you could rev more, but it's not necessary. You won't get any more power out of it.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Very impressive. So check this out. This is the new forged head that Jake's got for the 70. It's a 70 you're building, eh? So it's a 60 brought out to a 70 cc. 70 horsepower, sorry, not cc.
Yeah.
This is the new forged head he's got to go on here. And this is his new carby setup, so they're 90s, carbies
Yeah,
up to 90.
their carbies off a 90 with 75 jets.
So jetted down to 75 and stiffened reed valves.
Chris Carson Marine reed valves. So they're Chris Carson race reed valves with the reed stops cut off.
Yeah.
And then got the 75 carbies on there.
That's nice.
So,
Oh, you got all your gaskets and stuff there?
Yeah, gaskets,
Yeah.
and then everything's getting repainted and sanded back so it'll look brand new.
Because
Basically
you
a
need more
restoration.
power, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I need more power.
Because you haven't got
I need
enough
more
already.
speed and
Yeah.
more power.
Yeah, I can see why. That's sick, man. Now that looks unreal. I'd have that in my bedroom.
I might need to buy another one.
It's got a couple of props spare down here. Legs. Mate, good on you, eh? For 16 and you've had no mechanical training at all.
Nah.
And you're rebuilding
Not
your own
legit.
motors. This is going to be the new beast down here. Sorry, that one's just flushing out. This is the new beast he's got building up down here. So a short leg 60, which I'd say would be hard to get hold of a short leg one.
And pull start.
And a pull starter, yeah.
Pull
Okay,
start
pull
and
starter,
pillow, yeah. So the cowling on a pull start.
Oh,
See the height in this.
yeah, different
That's why
cowling.
it's an enduro. So
Yeah,
I would
gotcha.
have bought a 70 because then you don't have to convert it. You have to change the exhaust. So the difference between a 60 and a 70 is on the 60 the exhaust has got more restriction in it and the carburetors are different.
Yeah.
So you swap the carbies and the exhaust and then it's a 70.
So have you just
you
learnt
can't
all
buy
this
it.
online? Have you just by studying
Yeah.
up online? Far
There's
out,
forums and all sorts and
So
talking to
sick.
people in the US. So
man. Wicked.
they're a big help.
Well,
But
that's going to be a weapon, man. Absolutely. So he's done a bit of porting on this, cleaned it out. He's got to still finish polishing it all up a bit more. Nuts.
so that's your base plate. The power head mounts onto.
Yeah.
And that's the exhaust.
Yeah.
So that's what I swapped over. So that sits under there, on top of the leg. So this 55 is the same bolt pattern as what's on a 90. So if you swap this sandwich plate off of a 90 onto this leg,
Yeah.
you can put a 90 power head on a 55 midsection, which is a short shaft, 15 inch. And you can have short shaft 90 horsepower, and
Wow.
then that'll be the next project for the cat.
That's nuts, man. How much
then-
smaller is the Mariner 55 to the Mercury 55? Right?
Yeah, so this
I
is
thought Mariner was actually the same company as Mercury always.
this is the same as a Yamaha.
Okay.
That's because this is like a, I don't know what year it is, 1960 or 1970 something. This is a 2-cylinder, that's a 3-cylinder.
Oh, okay.
That's
So that's
like
the difference in the power
900
head.
cc. This is the same pistons as a Yamaha 90. It's like all different things, but
Hardcore. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That was something different. I'd like to do a couple more boat videos. If anyone else has got a cool boat and they want to take me for a ride, let me know, because I'm keen as mustard. That was so much fun, and now I really want one. But yeah, I can see my wife will probably have different ideas about that. Cool. Thundercat, guys. Thanks for watching.